That's just how they said. Just hit record and talk about your shift. A lot of people were talking about the shift happening. Well, I'm here to tell you that's absolutely true. The shift was basically me going from my old self, ego, and starting to humble myself. I asked for discernment from God, and I asked for clarity on my directions. I actually started utilizing His voice. I started actually performing the same things I've been talking about. Being present in the moment, even when nobody's around. What are you doing? That's when your true, authentic self comes out. Because now, when you're by yourself, you don't have to hide what you're doing. Because you're in the presence of creating that wisdom, knowledge. You're having that present moment where you're consistently finding purpose. And you're transforming your attitude, your emotions, your understanding, your personalization. Now, when people say they have to change everything, that's not true. There is great qualities in everybody. We just have to find them or enhance them. Or it's a pollution of disinformation on the internet of what you should be and what you shouldn't be. You know, disinformation is diverting us from the truth. For me, when I came to find my purpose, my creative self, my understanding along the way, I started recording August 2nd of 2001. I started recording music on BandLab. Now, it was an app that not a lot of people heard about, and it's been out since like 2014 or something. So I'm very late to the party, I guess. It's kind of like GarageBand too, with your capabilities. Basically, you got people that make beats, and it's called forking. So you're basically creating your version of that track. And you're also still giving them credit on the actual recording. So whenever we do want to move forward and monetize all my material, I got all the information, where I got everything. So it's not like I'm doing anything shady. I do everything with the focus and mind of creativity that transforms not only myself, but the journey still yet untold. When I started singing, my first week I started realizing, oh my gosh, there's something there. And the feeling I had was something that came across my body. It was a sense of peace. I left something behind kind of feel. You know, I felt like you're never promised tomorrow, because in the state of mind when I first started, I needed a hobby. I needed to get my focused mind. I had to figure out what was going on with me. I had a lot of issues in life. And one of them was I got away from God. What I mean by that is I knew He was there, but at an early age, when I was 18, when a lot of stuff was happening, I started blaming Him. And that's not right for me to be blaming God, you know what I mean? And so I was having karmic tower moments. I was learning a lesson. I mean, I'm seeing it now that I've seen it that way, but at the time, I just thought life was happening. Life was just on a continuous realm of, dang, here I'm going to go one step forward and 10 steps back. Feeling like even when you try, 3 months, when everything's going good, you know, everything's feeling good, I seem to self-sabotage, because when it feels good, something's wrong, because I'm not used to that. So the symptoms of pushback and demonic energies that are in you had to start. You can't energize those demons inside. So one of that was entertaining music with higher vibration, meaning uplifting, healing sound. Now, anger and aggression is also a way, that you release your energy. You release your frustration. You release your understanding at that moment. Now, going back, it doesn't mean all of a sudden now that I'm wise and I'm far beyond my knowledge, acknowledgement of where I would be, because I'm literally on it's called a rapid change, rapid spiritual growth, rapid recovery, rapid getting my life to where I think I actually should be. All those dreams and setbacks, you had your mind, thought, and consciousness on certain projects, and things became overwhelming. Behaviors took over where obsessive feelings took over because you held on to the little things that you had in life. And some of those things were material things, where we got blinded by material things. Oh, I don't amount to nothing because I don't have this kind of car. I don't have this kind of house. I don't have this mansion. I don't own this land. And I don't have this record label. But as you grow, you start realizing you're starting to teach yourself those healing words of encouragement, fostering that creativity that transpires your music into something new. Life throws you curveballs. 1 minute you think you got it, and I'm sure I said it a lot back then. Oh, I'm a chosen one. I might have said I'm a chosen one, but I a lot of times talked about a lot of my struggles, past relationships, new relationships, things that I was lacking, and that was love for myself. I lacked loving myself because I didn't feel worthy of loving myself, because I felt that if nobody else loves me, then I don't deserve to be loving myself either. And that's where the dominoes of life tribulations happen, because if you go on that mindset that you don't deserve to be loved, or you never felt like you could ever be loved, yes, I could say I'm loved by my parents, but I'm talking about relationship love. You know what I mean? That connection where you're connected, you're whole, you're vibing off each other, you're growing with each other, you're creating new timeline for each other, and the divine timing is all about divine timing. So when it comes to relationships and what I see and visualize a relationship, I have a clean slate right now. Literally. My expectations of relationship, yes, I have my check marks, Spiritual growth, yes. On their path of discovery, yes. Willing and drive to be their best, yes, and we're going to have downs and ups, yes, we're going to have downs and ups, because life is not fair at times, okay? We'll have things that happen in our lives that sometimes come back and creep up on us, and if we're not in our moment where we can stay focused, that could cut you down for a day or two. That could put you in oh darn it, here we go, I'm feeling these emotions. But when you start building your tool belt up with all this enormous feeling of sensation of being whole with yourself, because divine light, God, will help give you that strength. When you dedicate your life and take sacrifices day in and day out to be who you are today, He sees that. It doesn't go unnoticed, okay? Life can always feel like it's not fair. Life can feel that way. Especially when you see it in a different realm, a different idea. So as I was growing up, I knew I had a creative mind. I knew I had a system in my head that somewhere along the line, something's going to have to give. And I became, 40, and no kids, no wife. What am I doing in my life? So I was always fostering these feelings of avoidance. So I'd go out on Fridays and Saturdays, go out and drink, I'd go out and do smoke, I'd do meth, I would do things to avoid my life. Always keeping me stagnant and stuck in that swallow because I wasn't actually doing the footwork, transforming my life and actually taking that leap of faith, that believing that even my worthless self feeling can transpire to something greater than I could ever imagine. The pollution of what we feed our minds and how we think can break you. It can actually keep you stuck where you don't see that opportunity is right in front of you. That opportunity for success is actually within the moment, where you could find that focus and peacefulness. By staying in the moment, you can create your reality more efficiently. You will not allow others to get into your chakras. You will also have a divine understanding that you are protected because God willing He will not do things to make you confused. Trust me. You have to build that connection with your connection with the divine collective. They call it a collective community of energy around the world. That also energy is also entwined with the ups and downs of everybody's life. So if the whole world is feeling down for today, guess what? We're all going to have readings of feeling down. It's almost crazy how it seems like lately a lot of how I feel has been affecting the internet. And you got to be careful on what you say. And that's one thing that I have to say is I've learned my lesson. I've learned through this moment, this tower moment, where what I say and do is very important to understand that it's going to stand the test of time. It's going to show the footsteps of where I was, where my mindset was, where my discipline was, where my trust was, and where my energy was going. Energy is important to understand because your vibrations of what you put out into the universe comes back. If you're always given good energy, then that's what you should technically receive. You can only go so long before you finally realize, is your power on your phone running out? Is the power within you running out? Are you going to do that energizer and be that motivation within yourself that gets that aha moment? That this too shall pass, and today is a new day. It's critical to understand that our self-mind, our very self-mind and mental state of mind is important. It's the very element that keeps you sane and focused, then helps you prevail through these towering moments. I want you to also believe that empowering yourself can also then empower others too, to be their best self by being in the moment. It takes drive and determination and faith and goals that you could obtain to maintain your steps towards prosperity and your purpose in life, if that, whatever it may be. If you're probably there, but here's what I want to do for you. I want to give you those tools right now where you can focus and be 10 times better at what you do. That's what I've been trying to basically convey this whole time, since forever. Since I started realizing when I was awoke, this is my purpose. Elevate your mind and develop a strong legendary legacy behind. Leave wisdom and knowledge that no man will be left behind. That no weapon formed against you will prosper, and that your God, your higher self, will captivate your imagination and move you forward. Consider and hit the subscribe and share, and feel free to take what you can and have a wonderful day. God bless. Take care.